When you first start a new iBooks author document, you'll be presented with the option to choose a template from the template chooser. Go to the File menu, click New, and the template chooser appears. Here you have an option to choose from one of the 6 standard templates provided by iBooks Author, or you can open a recent document, or you can open an existing file. You can also zoom these icons so that they become bigger or smaller, and I guess that would be handy if you have a whole lot of templates installed on your computer. For the sake of this particular example, we'll choose the Contemporary template. You'll notice that the template opens with one chapter, which has a section inside it and a page of text. iBooks Author organizes content into chapters and sections. In this left-hand pane, I can actually select the individual parts of my book and view them over in the right-hand side. You'll notice here, this is the beginning of the chapter. This is the first section, and here is the text. And that's just another page which belongs to this particular section. And that's how the content is organized. To add sections and chapters to your book, we use the Add Pages button. Up in the top left corner, Add Pages, and you can see the options for adding a chapter, a section, or just pages. It's important to understand that iBooks Author organizes its content in chapters, sections, and then just pages. And you can see here on the left-hand side in this pane how iBooks Author actually indents these items so that you can see what belongs to what. And we'll see how we can use this in a moment to reorganize our content. So let's go ahead and add another chapter. Select the Add Pages button, select Chapter, and another chapter. We end up with Chapter 2. Let's try it again and add a third chapter. Add Pages, Chapter, select a chapter. We now have Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 and Chapter 3. And note that Chapters 2 and 3 don't actually have a section or any pages in them just yet. To add a section to a chapter, we use the Add Pages button again. Let's add a section to Chapter 2. First of all, select Chapter 2, then go to the Add Pages button, move down to Section, and choose the type of section that you want to add. In this case, I'm just going to add Section Text. You can see that the section appears indented underneath Chapter 2 so that I can clearly see that this section belongs to Chapter 2. And I can click on it here, and there it is. The text is just provided as a sample, and you can very easily just select it and press the Delete button, and it disappears, and you have a blank page to work on. To demonstrate how to reorganize your content, I've added a couple of sections and one blank page to Chapter 3. Reorganizing your content is as simple as grabbing the chapter you want to move, in this case let's move Chapter 3, and moving it to the place where you want it to be. In this case, let's move it above Chapter 2. In other words, Chapter 3 will become Chapter 2. Click on the chapter, slide it up above Chapter 2, let go, and you can see that the chapter and all of its sections and pages has moved above the preceding chapter, and it's now Chapter 2. Chapter 3 is now down below, and you can see that the chapters have been automatically renumbered. If you want to collapse some of these sections and pages to make the left-hand viewing pane a little bit more easy to read, you can use this little triangle here next to the relevant chapters and sections. So I can actually collapse all of the sections within Chapter 2, which allows me just to get a more condensed view of my book.